Amazing. Well, welcome to this live, guys. I have been shying away from giving you guys the tea on how to sell digital products on YouTube. And it's not because I haven't wanted to, it's not because I haven't done it very successfully. It's just because I, for some reason, have had a lot of imposter syndrome when it comes to YouTube. I have grown my YouTube. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm going to give a quick overview of my journey on YouTube, how I've established it, and then I'm going to give you 7 actionable steps that you can take to create YouTube videos that actually sell your digital products. And this is pulled directly from my workflow. So, a lot of people ask me, how do you come up with video ideas? How do you film? How do you edit? How do you upload? I'm going to cover all of that today. Nothing's going to be left behind, okay? But before I get into that, I just want to just set the scene. This time last year, November last year, I asked my husband for a camera and it was very expensive. I mean, it was for me very expensive, but there are more expensive cameras. And he looked at me like, why do you need a camera? And I was like, I'm going to start a YouTube. And I've been saying this previous to this, I'd been saying this for years and years. I'm going to start a YouTube. I'm going to start a YouTube. And I just never did it. I had recorded a few videos earlier in the year in my iPhone, but they were honestly awful. They're still on my channel, but they're honestly awful. And anyway, so he was like, cool. Black Friday came around. There was a discount. He got the camera. And I was like, okay, cool. So December comes. I've got the camera. I haven't filmed no YouTube videos. And I'm still working in my corporate job. I'm off for the Christmas. And I come back to work in January and I feel this like pit, this dread in my stomach. Like, if you ever felt that way where you just are so violently almost allergic to something now, like you just know that you're meant for more. And that's how it felt. Like I came back to work and I was like, you know what? I need to go full time. I'd already been selling digital products, I'd already had some success, but not enough consistency. So I can't remember what the date, but I posted my first video. I think it was end of January. And since then, I just decided that I was just going to go all in. That I was just going to keep posting YouTube videos. It didn't matter how many views they got. It didn't matter if no one was watching them. It didn't matter that I was spending hours editing them at that time. I was just going to keep posting them. And I legit have found a diary, a journal input where I said, if I can have 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, I'll be happy. That's what I said. 1,000 subscribers. Just give me that, because that's what you needed to get monetized, to get on the YouTube partner program where they pay you through ads. And I can show you how much I earn on that. It's not loads. Digital products are way more lucrative. I was like, if I can just get monetized this year, if I can get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time, I will be happy. Where are we now? 25,000 subscribers, which I love and appreciate every single one of you, and lots of hours of watch time. I will show you it later. So that's my journey for YouTube. Listen, it was not easy. And so anyone on this live thinking that they're just going to post a few videos and start making a lot of money through YouTube are sadly mistaken. You probably should, jump off the live, because what I'm about to show you takes work. Okay, it takes work, it takes consistency. I was doing it when I had a full-time job. But there were some long hours. I won't lie to you all, there were some long hours. And so if you're prepared to do this, if you're prepared to commit yourself, like the benefits are crazy. Like I said in the other live, Pinterest changed my life, and it did. YouTube also changed my life. Like it took me to the next level. It's the thing that gave me the most confidence to just like walk away from my job. It's why I get brand deals now. It's why I have a team. I can't believe I say that. I have a team of people now that help me with my YouTube. Probably realized the last video is a little bit different. So life has changed. That's enough about me. I want this for all of you guys. This is why I'm telling this story. I want this for all of you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into the first step. Okay. We've got 7 steps. I've consolidated it into 7 steps that you're going to go through to create these videos that are going to sell your digital products. Number 1, that's the most important thing, right? We want to sell your digital products. But we also want you to create a personal brand. We want you to start getting paid for brand deals if that's what you want. We want you to build your career, like build your new life. It's not even a career. It's like build your new business. So let's start with the first step. Just going to see if this is going to work. Let's see. It does, but I can't move it. Yeah, I wanted to I wanted to have these overlays, but they're covering my face, so I'm just going to delete them. Okay, so the first step, right, is coming up with your video ideas. So the goal here, you need to find ideas for your videos that people actually want to click on, and that also connect to your digital products and your lead magnets, okay? If you're creating videos that have nothing to do with your digital products, you're going to find it very hard to make sales. You might have views, you're going to find it very hard to make sales. So let me know in the comments, actually, one, where you're all dialing in from, because I just went straight into it. But also, like, have you thought about starting a YouTube video? Number one, if you thought about starting a YouTube channel but haven't yet. Number two, if you have a YouTube channel and you're posting videos that aren't selling your products yet. And number three, if you're just here to learn, you're just curious, you're not sure if you want to start a YouTube channel, let me know in the chat. But I know when I first started, coming up with ideas for my videos felt like, what the hell? Like, what the hell am I supposed to talk about? And so it became so much easier when I learned this technique. Okay, so you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Okay, this is really important that you watch this, okay? Because if you start a YouTube channel and you just start making random videos, you're not gonna make sales. First of all, you're gonna wait for the YouTube Partner Program to pay you, and that's gonna take forever. So the first and best place that you should be looking for your video ideas is YouTube. Okay. So what you're looking for on YouTube is outlier videos. You're looking for videos in your topic area. Right? People, I'm going to call it a niche, but it's literally just your topic area that are performing better than the average. And you're going to use this tactic for quite a few things that I teach you in this live. So like, just get very comfortable doing this, right? So I'm going to show you an example of what this looks like. Anyone drop your niche, actually? Someone's got a niche or a topic area. Drop it in so I can give you a live example, because I don't just want to keep showing you my niche. Or let me make one up, actually. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. All right. So here I am. This is my YouTube homepage. Obviously, everyone looks different. Okay. So someone's doing job application. So I guess you're helping people find jobs, right? So what I will do first is I will type in my topic area. Job applications is a little bit probably too specific. So maybe if I typed in something like career advice, okay? And I'm just going to search it in the YouTube search bar. And now what I'm going to be taking notes on as I look through the videos on this feed is the videos that have more views. So where the person that made the video has more views on their video than subscribers. That's usually the rule of thumb, right? I actually have a extension called vidIQ, which helps me to see this really easily. I don't know how much vidIQ costs right now. I know, crazy. I don't know how much it costs right now, but I do pay for it. But you don't need to, okay? So you can download vidIQ if you want, but you don't have to. I think it's around $19. If you do have vidIQ, it's going to tell you where the outliers are. So anything with this red means that this is a video that is doing like incredibly well, like better than the average. And obviously, dear old Ali is there. I love Ali. I'm not saying that in a rude way at all. But you're looking for videos where they have got like almost a crazy number of views. Okay. So look at this one. This is a good one. Advice for lost computer science students. Obviously, this is quite specific, but this video's got 62K views and the creator has only got 39K subscribers. So you already know this is a really good video title. And you're just going to go through here and you're going to take a note of the topics. What kind of topics are they talking about? This is where you should get the inspiration for your own videos. Now, obviously, choose the topics that relate to your product. You know, don't choose this computer science one if you're teaching something nothing to do with computer science. But do you get what I mean? So you might actually change this for your niche. So advice for lost NHS and public sector workers wanting to find jobs. Do you know what I mean? So what you're doing is you're borrowing the topics that other people have talked about that have already got good amount of views, basically have gone viral. The definition of viral is when a video is done a lot better than the average, and this is what it means. Okay, so you're looking for videos that have basically already shown you that this topic is popular. That is the best and easiest way to find video ideas, especially when you're first starting out. Okay. Now, the other place that you can look for ideas, you don't have to just do this on YouTube. I do also do this on other social medias as well, where I will go on like a TikTok or I will go on like an Instagram and I will look what videos are like doing really, really well. Okay. So I'll look at what videos are getting a lot of views or a lot of attention or a lot of comments. And I will also look at the topics. So what are they talking about? You know, for my niche, if I saw a video right now blowing up about email marketing, I might then do a video about email marketing, although I already have one planned. Do you know what I mean? So that's the best place to look for topic ideas because people have already shown you that they're interested in those ideas. Now, obviously, you can still do videos that you get from your customers. You know, most businesses, they get questions from their customers all the time, a lot of questions. So if you notice there's like a frequently asked question, people asking about specific things, people asking me about YouTube all the time, this is why I'm making a YouTube video, then pay attention to that as well. It's really, really important. And then the last place, the third and final place that I look for video ideas is just my own experience. So normally the people that you're selling to, I call them the ideal customer avatar, ICA. I mean, you'll hear people say, I watched a Daniel Priestley video the other day, and he called it the ICP, ideal customer profile. You know, I've heard lots of different acronyms. It's the same thing, like the person that wants to buy your product, right? Think about they're normally a past version of yourself, right? Normally something that you were struggling with that you've overcome. So you need to think about, okay, what did I need in that season of my life? What did I need? Is it this video I'm doing for you right now? When I started my YouTube, I needed this information. What did I need then? And what can I help people with? Okay. So that's the third thing. And sometimes it's going to overlap. So usually the things that you need probably are the same things that people are making videos about. If you're seeing overlaps, then that's great. Okay, that's even more validation. All right. But your best video ideas, they're going to sit at the intersection of real pain points that your audience is going through, real things that they really need to solve, they need help with, and also like what they're most curious about. You know, sometimes people will watch videos about things that they're not really struggling with right now. Like there might be people in this live that actually probably are not going to start a YouTube channel for another 6 months. That's okay. They're curious about it now. Okay. So you want to pick those type of topics that really appeal to things that you can teach about, but also things that you've seen other people make videos about and they have been successful. Okay. Okay, so number one was other outlier videos on YouTube, other videos that are doing really, really well on YouTube. I think you might have been in another live when I talked about this technique, my love, but you're literally you're scanning through YouTube, you're putting in your niche, and you're looking for videos that have done better than the average. A good rule of thumb is they have more views than subscribers. Usually have more views than the person has subscribers. So I've got 25k subscribers. There's a video on my page that's got 82k views. That is an outlier, and I see people copying it all the time. I see them, but it's fine because that is just how content works. Okay, so you're not copying it, but you're literally finding the topics and the ideas of the videos that have done really, really well. Second place is your own questions that you get from your audience. If you don't have people answering your questions, go into the comment boxes of your peer channels, people that are in a similar niche than you, but maybe slightly ahead of you. See what questions people are asking them, and then you can use those as video ideas. And the third thing is actually real life experiences that you've been through that you can teach about. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think we all need to take my hand moment because things are moving swiftly. What do you mean? I didn't see what the previous comment was. Yeah, outlier videos, cool. I haven't posted in a while. Girl, just start posting again. Just start posting again. And what I see a lot of people, like, they do a video of like why I've been away. I mean, it can work if you have a really engaged audience, but I wouldn't even bother. I'll just start posting again like nothing happened. It will take a while for people to start watching your videos again, but that's okay. Just keep posting. My niche is women how to create software businesses. Love that, Kayla. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. Well done. This is going to really help you break through. Okay, let's go next. I've been grappling with YouTube. Guys, as I'm going through these steps, and I only have an hour tops today, but please just put your challenges, put the things that you're really struggling with in the chat, and I'll make sure that I cover them as much as I can, because I am looking at the chat. Okay, so now that you have your ideas, right? And I honestly recommend just doing an ideas session. Like, don't try and come up with an idea every time you sit down to record a video. You need to come up with like 10, 20, 30 ideas, put them in Notion, put them in a Google Sheet, whatever you want to do. You need to come up with a bulk of ideas, okay? So don't just do one at a time. Just give yourself a couple of hours, go to a coffee shop. When the kids are in school, whatever, you need some quiet time and just come up with as many ideas as you can. All right. Okay. So step 2 is the packaging. So when I talk about video packaging, when you hear anyone talk about video packaging, it's 2 things. It's the title and it's the thumbnail. I'm going to repeat that. It's the title and it's the thumbnail. These 2 things are responsible. Well, probably where you should be spending 80 to 90%, okay? 80 to 90% of your time. So sometimes I find myself working really hard on a video script, and I'm going to come back to scripts and what that means in a minute. And then I realize, like, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't even matter what you say in the video, because if your title and your thumbnail isn't strong enough, nobody's going to click on it. Nobody's going to hear this amazing video that you've planned and that you've recorded because your title wasn't strong enough, because nobody clicked on it. And if nobody clicks on your videos, YouTube will not recommend your videos, okay? There's 2 ways your videos get found on YouTube, either through search or YouTube recommending. So, you know, when you're watching and on the side, on the right-hand side, it says YouTube recommend. If you want to get into that recommended part, and that is where about 60% of views come from, or my views come from, then you better work on those titles and thumbnails, baby. Okay, so guys, if there's one thing you take away, do not script your video, do not do any talking points, do not plan anything that you're going to say in your video until you have your title and your thumbnail. I used to do it the other way around for the longest time. I used to write the videos, like write my bullet points of what I wanted to include in the video. Sometimes I would even record the video. This was, oh my gosh, this was such a mistake. If you just don't do this one thing, you're going to be so much better off. Sometimes I would record the video, and then afterwards I'd be like, okay, what's my title? What's my thumbnail? No, it's like the biggest crime, as in, like, put yourself in YouTube jail and stay there if that's what you want to do. Because if you do it the other way around, not only is sometimes the title and the thumbnail not a great match to your video, but you just end up rushing it. You just end up rushing it, okay? So spend as much time on your title and your thumbnail. How do you find the title and the thumbnail? You use the exact same method I taught you at the start for the video ideas. You go and find the outliers. You go and find the titles that are doing really well. But for this one, it doesn't have to be in your niche. You don't have to stick to titles in your niche. You can be inspired by any titles. Okay, so you can literally just go on your YouTube homepage, depending on the type of content you watch. Obviously, everyone's different. And you can just find titles there and you would just remix them. You would change a couple of words. You might add something on. You might take something away. Don't use the exact same title. It's lazy. But just remix it. Remix the title. Change it slightly. Okay. So let me give you again another example. Because like show, don't tell. So let's come back to our YouTube. Okay. So let's go on the homepage of my YouTube. Obviously, it's going to be very business skewed, massively business skewed. It's always going to have Stephen Bartlett on there because, you know, although this is a guy called Callum, it's always going to have a bit of Jay Shetty on there. Okay. So this is just my YouTube home screen, right? And I've got the extension so I can see this quickly. I can see that this is an outlier video. Meet the marketing genius behind Stephen Bartlett. So that's a good title. Obviously, that title is based on Stephen Bartlett, so I wouldn't use that. That's not an outlier. How to create a smooth style captions in CapCut. So I could say how to create smooth style Instagram captions for your digital products. I don't talk about Instagram, but if I did, that would be something I would say. 15 systems that have organized my life. 15 systems that have, I probably wouldn't use organized. Yeah, I could say organize my business. That's the way that I would remix this. Or I might change the number. 7. I like the number 7. It works really well. It works really well in titles. It's psychological. 7 systems that organized my business. You know, and that's exactly how you're doing it. Like you'll find titles and you're remixing them. So let's go on to like my page, for example. I'm going to show you one more example. Okay, so if you come onto my videos, and I know like my competitors are doing this all the time, but it's fine. So here is an outlier video. This is an outlier video. Okay. How I sell digital products online with literally no audience. Okay. So with literally no audience. Now, if you go onto one of my other outlier videos, how I market my digital products, it's literally free. Can you see how it's not the same, but it's very similar? Very, very similar. Okay. So you can even do it when you start getting like more views, you can do it with your own videos. You can start to reuse your own titles. You just change them a little bit. How Pinterest 10x my digital product sales without followers. I have another video that's using a very similar title. It's not released yet, but it's coming. And when you see it, you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's Rochelle repurposing her titles. So like, that's exactly what you do. So you do it to yourself when you've got outliers, but when you don't have outliers yet, you use other people. And it doesn't have to be people in your niche. Quite often, I will just use my homepage, or I would just use other videos that I see, like when I'm just randomly watching YouTube and I see a video that's got an outlier title, I will use that. And it's the same thing with the thumbnail, right? You will be mirroring the thumbnail. Again, it's not the same, but you might be mirroring the thumbnail. So if I was to mirror this thumbnail here, I might do a surprised face, but I might put the tablet behind me. And I might put Etsy to the left, you know, and change the colors. But the structure of the thumbnail would be very similar. Okay, but I wouldn't because that's not an outlier video. Okay, is that clear? So packaging, really important. Title and thumbnails, always first. And you're always basing in it on outlier videos. This one is a non-negotiable, guys. I don't want to see you coming up with your own titles because you thought it sounded good. When you do that, you probably have a 1 in 10 chance of going viral. And that first video I sent you, by the way, the marketing one, actually, no, that was a title that I got inspiration from. My Pinterest one, the Get Paid on Pinterest, where I'm looking like this, that's a completely original title, completely original thumbnail. I came up with it myself. I did it myself, you know, that meme. I came up with it myself and it went viral. Great. perfect. But I've also had like 20 videos where I did it myself and it didn't. Okay, so just trust me, trust that I know what I'm saying, based it on outliers. The last thing I want to leave you with on this, number 2, need to move quicker through these actually, is there's 4 things that your title needs to have, as well as being based on outliers. There's 4 things. It needs to have a big claim. It can have 1 out of these 4 things or 2 out of these 4 things, right? Not all of them. So a big claim, a big meaningful promise. How to start a passive income business in 6 months. That is a big claim. Okay, so you want something that's obviously achievable and that you can actually explain in the video, but you want it to be bold. You want people to think, wow, like, how's she going to do that? Okay, so that's one thing. Second thing is it needs to feel easy. People are not on YouTube, believe it or not, to digest hard topics. Like, most people just want this to feel easy and something that feels doable. So that's why you'll see in a lot of titles, 5 easy ways, 10 easy ways, 3 simple ways. Okay, you want things to feel as doable as possible. Third thing is you want it to feel like a new or fresh angle. I do this quite a lot. The new way to sell digital products, the new way to blow up on Pinterest. Okay. The thing is, on YouTube, there's so many videos that nothing really is original. Like, someone's done something similar before. So you need to frame it in like, there's a new and exciting way to do it. And the 4th thing is it needs to feel safe. So it needs to feel credible. You need to actually let people know that this is not a scam. This is not something that is risky. People don't really want risky. They want to feel that it's safe. And there's a couple of ways you can do that. But the best way is to talk about your credibility. Okay. Dropping gems here, guys. A lot of this stuff is in very expensive courses. I hope you guys are locked in and scribbling notes. Hello. Oh, well done. 10K subs. That's amazing. Posted 1 video a week for nearly 2 years. Okay. What strategy changes would you recommend to increase digital product sales? I'm literally going through the 7 steps. If you follow these 7 steps, you're going to increase your sales. We're only on step 2. But one thing I would say straight away is try to up the amount of videos you're posting. And I know everyone just says this, oh, just post more content, like it's that easy. But think about it. If you're posting a video once a week for 2 years, let's just take this over a year, right? You're posting 1 video a week for a year. That's 52 chances for somebody to find you, 52 chances for someone to see your content. If you posted twice a week, that would be 104 chances for somebody to find you, watch your content, trust you, and buy from you. You're literally going to double the opportunity of you making sales just by increasing your videos. And you don't have to do it forever. You don't have to do it forever. But I would recommend the biggest way for you to grow, the quickest way, post more videos and improve your title. I haven't seen them, but nearly everyone needs to improve their titles and their thumbnails so more people actually click on their videos. But natural that I do audits in my community. So if you want that, you can jump in. Okay, so what's next? What's next on my list? Okay, step 3, plan and script your video. Okay, so now you've got your title, you've got your thumbnail, now you need to script your video. Couple of hacks here. Everybody does this a bit differently. There is not just one way to script your video. So putting that out there, but I'm going to give you my way, okay? The first thing I do is based on my title and thumbnail that I've already decided is I think about if I was somebody on YouTube tempted to clicking on that video, not tempted. We've got the click now, right? We've got the click. We've got someone to open our video, but we need to keep them on the video because if you have loads of people clicking on your video and then straight away clicking off the video because it's not what they thought it was going to be, or they don't think this is a worthwhile video to watch, YouTube will literally kill your video. It will literally press the kill switch on your video. It won't recommend your video, and your video will only get found through search, which is still a good enough strategy, but it means that you've basically lost 70% of people that could view your video. So what you need to think about is, if somebody saw my title and saw my thumbnail and clicked on my video, what are they expecting from this video? And I used to get this wrong a lot. I used to do a title and thumbnail, and I would talk about the topic in the video, but maybe I wouldn't talk about it until a minute or two or three or four. And by then I've lost them. I have lost them. So you need to capture them straight away. And you almost need to let them know that it was a good decision, them clicking on that video link. So I always think about it. Okay, if someone's clicked on this video, what are they expecting from this video? What are they expecting? Right? Let's do another live example. Let's do another live example. Hold on. I'm so conscious of the time, but I want to get through this. Okay. Nope, we're not going to go on my studio. I'm going to go on my channel. All right. So, for example, the new way to sell AI digital products in 24 hours. If I'm clicking on that, someone's going to tell me how to create my digital product with AI, how to sell it, and maybe they're also going to give me tips and tricks. Okay, that's what I'm expecting if I was just somebody clicking on this video. So straight away, when they click on the video, I'm giving the hook. I'm going to talk about hooks in a minute. I'm giving the hook, and then I'm saying, in this video, I'm going to cover how you should create your digital product with AI, how you should launch it, blah, blah, blah. So straight away, you need to tell them what you're going to cover in this video. It's really, really important that you make sure that you reassure people that they're in the right space. So another one, where to sell digital products. I can't get over how dark this video was, and it did really well. But where to sell digital products, right? Forget Etsy and Stan Store. If I'm clicking on that, she's going to tell me why I shouldn't be selling on Etsy and Stan Store, where I should be selling, and I don't know. But those are the two things, right? So straight away in this video, I say my hook, then I say, in this video, I'm going to tell you blah, blah, blah. So it's really important that you add that intro. And you might realize in some of my old videos, I used to say, hi, I'm Michelle, and blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. Honestly, nobody cares. I do still do it sometimes, but I cut that out because I realized that so many people were dropping off at that point. They don't care that you're Rochelle from UK doing this, doing that. They don't care. Give them the value, right? So you need to tell them upfront what you're going to expect in this video. And it gives them a chance to make a decision on whether they decide to stay and watch the video or whether they don't, okay? And you want them to stay and watch the video. So that's the main part. The other part is the hooks. This is the first thing you say, the first thing that gets their attention. You guys know, you're not new to this. You've heard people tell you how important hooks are. So I'm not going to do you a disservice of spending time talking about that. You already know it. But I will tell you that there's 3 types of hooks that I use in my video. You probably see me, I've started to use the same type of hooks now because I know they work. Number 1 is a question hook. So I'll ask a question. How good would it feel to? Are you struggling with? What if I told, that's not really a question. Did you know that? Okay, so those are the type of question hooks that I will use. I'll make sure it's very specific, and I'll make sure that it taps into a real frustration. Okay. What's the pain point? Did you know that you can sell your digital products without posting 3 reels a day, every day on Instagram? So it's a pain point, right? Okay, the next one is a statement. So sometimes I would just drop a statement, something bold, something sometimes a little bit controversial, and it's intentional. So I'll say something like, most people will tell you that you need to blah, 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 but that's not true. I love that hook. You'll see me use it all the time. But it's normally just a statement, something that people will pay attention to straight away. And then the third type is the credibility hook. So this is where you literally, and people will say you're bragging. It's not really the case. It's really a case of you establishing your credibility straight away. So for a video like this, I'll be like, I grew my YouTube channel to 25k subscribers in 9 months. I'm going to tell you about YouTube. Okay. That's my credibility. Why should you listen to me? And you need to add your credibility too. It doesn't need to be monetary. It doesn't need to be how much you've earned. It needs to be things that you've done. So just going back to like some of the niches on here, what were they? So the NHS and public sector, I've been in the NHS for 10 years and I can tell you that, like, that would be your credit. That would be your credibility. Okay. Can we mix 3 niches? For example, health, self-care, wealth. Yeah, you could mix as many niches as you want. People get so caught up on the niche. It's not about the niche. It's about, is it the same person that's going to be watching all of those videos, and do all of those things appeal to the same person? That's really what you need to think, like, because you want people to keep coming back to watch your channel, even though that obviously you want to grow your channel. You can't grow your channel if your subscribers never come back to watch your videos, because YouTube won't push out your videos. Does that make sense? So you don't want to start making videos about, I don't know, gut health, and then maybe affiliate marketing. Too different. They're too different. But you could make videos about like mental health, being an entrepreneur, how to do self-care when you're working, when you're trying to build a business, and then wealth can be anything to do with business, right? And that's all going to attract the same type of person. Finding the idea sweet spot is tricky. I would like a better system with identifying. I've given you 3 ways for identifying videos ideas. That is my system. That is how I've grown my channel. That's what works for me. I think it will work for you if you try. I guess I have an idea of what a good YouTuber does on cameras, but I don't feel like I can articulate like other YouTubers. Why would you want to articulate like other YouTubers? Yeah, like if people wanted to watch other YouTubers, they can go and watch other YouTubers, but they're here to watch you. They want to see what you have to offer. They want to see why you're different. Embrace it. Embrace the quirks. Really, embrace the quirks. Embrace what makes you different. People will love it. People will love authenticity. People really want to connect with authenticity right now. Thank you. I like to naturally speak on camera with just some bullets, but I find it easier to actually read my scripts. Okay, so since we're on the scripting part, right? I talked about hooks. I talked about you telling people straight away what the video should include. So there's basically 2 ways you can write your scripts. You can write bullet points, and then you can just freestyle. Okay, you can freestyle. You can have your notes. You can pause when you look at your notes, and then you can look at the camera and you can talk. This live, I've got some bullet points, but I don't have any script, right? I'm just looking at the camera and I'm just saying what comes off my chest, right? That's how I did my videos for a long time. And actually, that's how I probably grew the quickest, when I was just, like when it was just me, God, and some bullet points, okay? But now that YouTube is actually, it's a business for me, time is of the essence, and it's really important to me personally to get good videos out, but for it to not take all my time. And so I actually find it's better to script videos fully. Now I script videos fully, word for word. I script the videos, and I do use a teleprompter now when I'm recording my main YouTube videos. Now, I went back and forth about it. I resisted it for so long. So it's boring, it's robotic, and I want to use a teleprompter. And I'm in a mastermind, very expensive mastermind. And they were telling me, use a teleprompter. And I fought against it for a while. Anyway, now I use it, and I don't think I would stop using a teleprompter, because it enables me to actually say everything I wanted to say in the video. Before, I was like getting to the end of the video thinking, oh God, I forgot to say that. I forgot to say this. And it enables me to record so much quicker. And I don't edit my own videos anymore. I did used to, but if I was editing my own videos, I promise you, I would edit it in like half the time if I just used a teleprompter back then, because there'd be so much less things to cut, so much babble. You know, when you're blathering off, like I do it a lot. I go into tangents a lot, and when I'll be editing my videos, I'll be like, God, spoke for 5 minutes about nothing. Like, come on. Okay, so I really recommend, on my own experience, scripting fully and using a teleprompter. Everyone's different. And if you're asking me how to script, I basically I use Loom or any note-taking app on your phone, and I literally talk it out. I talk it out. I say exactly what I want to say, and then I go section by section and I clean it up with ChatGPT. So I ask ChatGPT to tell me, where am I repeating myself? Where is the point not clear enough? Where am I taking too long to get to the point? Because I do that a lot, right? That's what I use AI for, but I don't use AI to write my scripts. I talk my scripts, and then I use AI to clean it up. So I hope that helps. I think, oh, thank you for the $5. Oh, that's so lovely. Can we mix 3 niches, health, wealth? I think I just answered that one, my love. Yeah. I use the Elgato. Yeah, I use the Elgato. I can't put links in StreamYard, but I will put it on my post. The Elgato one is what I use. Any reason why I ran away from YouTube for a while, lol, got a robotic comment. And yeah, do you know what? This is not on my list, but people will be mean on YouTube or any platform. People will be mean. The first time I got a mean comment, I was like inconsolable for days. But now, instant block and delete. Instant. Some people are sad. Doesn't matter, you're making money. I'm a new content creator hoping to start selling digital products. Amazing, you're in the right place. Thank you, you're welcome. I'm using teleprompter and the description. It's easier, but I'm thinking of maybe adding a freestyle. Yeah, just do whatever like feels good. Maybe do a combination. Sometimes when I'm tired and I can't be bothered to script, I'll just do a freestyle. I pay for it in editing though, like because it takes longer to edit and I have to pay for it. So like it's all about pros and cons. Like weigh up what works for you. It might be that the more confident you get, you don't need scripts. But I've gone the other way. Like I used to not use scripts and now I use scripts. Okay, so let's keep going. I've talked about the scripting. There's a couple of points here that I don't have time to include. It's going to go into my community. If you guys want to join my community where I can coach you, where I've got my full training, you can join that. I'm going to put all of my notes in there, but I don't have time to cover all of them. But one thing that I do want to cover here is the ending of your YouTube video. This is so important. So important. At the end of your YouTube video, a lot of people be like, oh, bye. Thanks for watching. See ya. No. No. Don't ever end your live like that. YouTube like that. There's only 2 ways that you can end your YouTube video. Number 1, you tell somebody to watch another video and you put the video on the screen. It's the end screen. Okay. You can do it in your YouTube studio. It's very easy. You put the video that you want them to watch. This is what I do 99% of the time. By the end of the video, I'm not asking you to buy a product. I'm not, because I've already sold the product in the video. As part of my script, I've already positioned the product as solution. Most of the time, I don't even talk about the product. I'll just say, I've got a solution. It's in the description box. Okay. I very soft sell. I don't hard sell at all. That's my style. It's up to you what you want to do. By the end of the video, I'm not asking anyone to buy anything. I want them to watch more of my videos, because the more videos, more content people will watch from you, the quicker they will trust you and the quicker they will buy. There's a piece of research by Google and it says that it keeps changing, but somebody needs to see, I think is it 140 minutes? Somebody asked Perplexity, fact check me on this, but I think it's like 140 minutes of content before they're ready to buy. So think about it. If you're creating 1-minute reels, you need a lot of them. But if you're creating YouTube videos, it's not that hard. They just need to watch like 4 or 5 videos. And that is why you see me every single video say, oh, but if you really want this, watch the next video. It's so intentional. It's the most intentional thing I have in my videos, other than the title and the description and the thumbnail. It's the most intentional thing. Okay. So please, please, please end your video either direct them to another video, or if you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of videos, direct them to your freebie, not your paid product, your freebie. You want them in your world. It's your email marketing that then will convert them, especially in the start. Okay. So YouTube's job really is to fill your email list. People do buy directly from your YouTube videos. People do buy from mine direct. But I prefer them to download my freebie because I would rather upsell them in my emails to a more expensive product than them take my really cheap product on the front end. I have a $9 product on the front end, and to me, I don't even care about the profit from that product, because that product is for me to qualify people that they are the right people. They come onto my email list, they buy, great. In my emails, I'm upselling them, okay, to the product that they actually need. Not to say that they don't need the $9 product. It will sell. It will serve and solve a small problem, but to solve the whole problem, I sell them another product. I hope that helps. There was a tangent. There was a tangent and a half. That wasn't on my notes. In your mentorship, what do you help with? Everything for selling digital products. Your whole business, from starting to growing to scaling digital products. Everything is in there. But it's in my community, by the way. I'm not really doing one-on-one anymore, so it's in my community. A link is in the description. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. Do you use YouTube Studio? Yeah, you have to use YouTube Studio to upload your videos. You have to. You can upload shorts, I think, without, but you can't upload videos without doing it in YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio is a whole different live because there is so many features in YouTube Studio that you can use to help you come up with more ideas, to help you do analytics. But I can't cover everything in one live, so that's going to be a different live. Yeah, it is so important. Oh, thank you, Patricia. That's such a lovely comment. That's so nice. In fact, we're gonna take a screenshot of this. Social proof. Testimonials, guys, it's really important. Okay, what about asking to comment on a specific topic? Yeah, if you're gonna ask them to comment, earlier on in the video. Because to be honest, a lot of people are not going to get to the end of the video anyway. So the people that get to the end of the video, the one thing you want them to do is to watch another video. But if you want to ask people to comment, do it earlier on. And I think it's a great strategy, by the way. I love it. The more comments that you have, the more engagement your video has, the more YouTube will push it out. If I have many ideas, how do I choose one? You base it on the outliers. So you base it on the same topics that other people are making videos about and getting good results from. It's cold. Okay. And some of it's just your intuition as well, guys. Like, I don't want to take away like your own free will. You kind of know as well what video topics you think are going to perform well as well. So just trust your gut. It's not always going to be right. Like I say, of the videos that I come up with completely off my own back, not inspired by anything, just something that I woke up with, that God put on my head. I do still do those videos. More often than not, they either perform average or below average. Okay. All right. Got 10 minutes. We got 4 more steps. The next one is to film in batches. This is step 4. This one's actually really simple, but I have to put it in because it's such a key step. Filming is draining. So when you watch, I don't know, when you were younger, I used to watch a lot of influencers on YouTube and I used to think it was so easy. Filming is really, like, even once you've done all your scripts and you're ready to record, the act of filming is really, really tiring. You need to keep your energy up. You can't have anything else to do in that day. That's what I've learned. Like, I can't try and film and then try and coach and then try and create products. No, like, this is just too much. You will burn out. So just make sure that if you're going to film, you need to have a day where you can try and batch as much as possible. So I even said to my community today, I said, today's a filming day. I'm going to put makeup on, obviously. Like, tell me what you want filmed, because I'm probably either going to do it today or next week. So try to batch everything that you can for your YouTube videos in one batch. To me, if I can get 3 or more videos done in one batch, I am so happy with myself. If I can get 4, so happy with myself. And if you are only posting 1 video a week, which is fine at the start, by the way, if you manage to record 4 videos, that's all of your content done for the month. And you don't even have to worry about it again for another few weeks. Okay. So that's all I would say on that. I also want to mention, and this probably should have been in the last point, make sure you mention your lead magnet at least 3 times in a video. And you might watch my videos and be like, this girl don't mention her lead magnet 3 times. Yeah, because I don't take my own advice sometimes, but 3 times in a video. Once at the start, within the first minute, once in the middle, and then once 3/4. So once at the start, once, maybe a third, maybe 2 in the first third, 1 in the second third. Don't leave it till late in the video, okay? Because some people would have dropped off. All right. So please mention your lead magnet 3 times if you can. 3 times. And like I say, YouTube works best if you get people on your email list. So I very rarely promote my actual paid products. I do it in my lives, but I very rarely promote it in my videos. I do sometimes, but you'll see most of the time it's my lead magnets. It's more profitable for me to get people into my email list and then convert them from there. Are you doing your AI twin for... No, I don't use my AI twin for YouTube yet. I still feel funny about it. I I actually recorded a video the other day and it looks like I'm my AI twin because it's the same outfit that I have my AI twin in. And I don't know, that day I just wasn't feeling great and I just felt like I'm a bit stiff in that video. It's going out anyway, you know. But yeah, even that, it wasn't my AI twin, but I kind of felt like it looked like one. And I don't know, I'm just not comfortable with it yet for YouTube, but I do use it for my course trainings. And I do use sometimes for voiceovers, sometimes I do use a voice clone. Sometimes, especially if I need to make edits after my video is recorded. Do you still recommend building trust for your audience? Yeah, I do. I really do. I recommend just pushing your lead magnet at least for the first 60 days and then only start talking about your paid product afterwards. I mean, you can start talking about your paid product earlier, but that's just what I've seen most success with. Do you batch edit? Okay, so we're coming on to edit. Step 5, edit your video for clarity and retention. Okay, I'm just gonna warn you here, guys. This is the part where you're gonna want to give up. Everything else that I've told you is very doable. You're gonna record. By the way, you don't need a camera. Do it on your iPhone. You're gonna record. You're gonna get your recordings done. You're gonna be like, yeah, I'm good. Then you're gonna get to the editing, and you're going to want to throw yourself through a window because editing is the longest part. And I'm always honest with you guys. And editing is the longest part, especially if you get caught up trying to do like fancy transitions and just the fancy stuff that you see on other people's videos. And so I edited my own videos for a long time. If you're doing it yourself, I really recommend the script. Let me just write it in the chat. Guys, if you're in my community, you get all of this stuff, like all of these recommendations. So I really recommend this script. And I did used to use CapCut. I don't really use it anymore because I feel like they put so much stuff in the Pro plan and I don't want to pay for the Pro plan anymore. So I did used to use CapCut, but that's what I recommend. And when you're editing yourself, please just cut the stuff that needs to be cut. Don't worry about effects. Don't worry about animations. Just cut out all the stuff that shouldn't be in there. And if you're scripting, shouldn't be that much stuff in there that shouldn't be in there anyway, okay? Honestly, I can't recommend this enough. The time that you spend doing all of those like little effects is not a good use of your time. You're not an editor. You are not an editor, okay? So if you're going to edit your own videos, just only cut out the bits that you either got wrong or shouldn't be included and use the script because you can edit with text. You don't even have to listen to your video. You can just edit it with text. You can look at the text and edit your video, okay? I might do a video on this actually. And I recommend doing that until your YouTube starts paying for itself. So until you're either making enough sales through it or you've monetized through the partner program, so you're getting paid through ads. As soon as you get that first check from your YouTube, please go and hire an editor. Please go and hire an editor. I remember so well, I hired my editor when I had 400 and something subscribers. I wasn't monetized, but I hired him in the Philippines. He was super cheap. I hired him because I was about to like combust. I was so tired, so overworked. Okay. So yeah, I don't think editing is a good use of your time unless you're editing out just the bits that you got wrong. But you can, sorry, just to answer your question, I do recommend you batch edit, but on a different day. Please don't try to record and edit on the same day. It's too much. It's different parts of your brain that you're using as well. Yeah. Okay. So if you can overcome the challenges that editing brings, time challenges that editing brings, and you can actually follow my advice on just editing out the bad takes, you'll be posting your videos before you know it. Before you know it. Okay. You're not going to have fancy videos, but you're going to have valuable videos. And that is all you need. I see so many people monetizing with webcams and not even doing any edits. I see channels that don't have any edits at all. I can tell if they have edits. I see channels that are just sharing their screen and talking people through stuff, monetizing. Okay. So we really need to edit less than we think. Where do you find editors? I found mine on online PH jobs. Yeah, I think it's called that. Online PH jobs. In fact, let me just Google it now. I'll just Google it now. Hold on. It's a site for Filipino freelancers. PH jobs. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Onlinejobs.ph. That's where I found my editor. Oh, you guys can't see my screen. Sorry, I shared the wrong tab. Yeah. So onlinejobs.ph. I mean, right now the Philippines has a typhoon, so bless them. But they're incredibly hardworking. English is really good. Nothing bad to say. Nothing bad to say about the editor that I found on here. I only worked with one, but nothing bad to say. Fiverr is okay as well. Yeah, Fiverr is okay. I didn't find an editor that I liked on Fiverr. My Pinterest manager I found on Fiverr, but I didn't find an editor. But I like Fiverr, so you can try it. All right, guys, we're almost there. Thank you for hanging with me. I really appreciate it. So we've got 2 more steps. We've got 2 more. Faceless YouTube. I'm going to come on to that. Good point. We've got 2 more steps. Uploading. So when you upload in the YouTube studio, it's really easy to do. It's very straightforward. One thing that you need to make sure in your description, you need to make sure you're including your tags. Tags are so important in your description. Now, some YouTube coaches will tell you, oh, tags don't matter anymore. I completely disagree. I completely disagree. Tags really matter. So when you're going into your description, make sure that you're putting keywords. How do you find your keywords? Really quick demo. So here's again, my YouTube. I will be searching here, things related to my niche. Can't spell, digital products. And I'll be looking for things that come in the drop down. Obviously, now YouTube doesn't want to give me anything on the drop down. So let me just come out of my channel, come into regular YouTube. Okay, I don't know why it's not working right now. It just wants to embarrass me. But normally when you search into YouTube and you search your niche, it's going to have words that come into the drop down. That's the best place to start for your keywords. If you have vidIQ, if you have TubeBuddy or any of these YouTube extensions, they will tell you what keywords to add, okay? I'm going to cover the last step and I'm going to grab your questions and we're going to wrap it up. So Yeah, that's the most important thing. Keywords in your descriptions. Please make sure you're adding your end screen, which is basically the screen that people see at the end. Remember, I told you it needs to have the video that they need to watch next on there. Always schedule your video. Always schedule. Never publish straight away. Never publish straight away. Never publish straight away. Even if you're scheduling it for 5 minutes in advance, whatever to do with the YouTube algorithm, scheduling always works best. You can promote your YouTube video outside of YouTube. So let's say you have an email list, you can send emails. Let's say you are active on other social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You can promote it, but just keep in mind, you're always going to get the most traffic from YouTube. YouTube recommending your video is how you're going to grow, not from sending people from your Instagram to watch your YouTube video. That's not how you grow. That's probably how you give them more value, people on your Instagram. It's not how you grow on YouTube. Okay. So don't, spend time posting I used to do this all the time, posting, oh my God, I've launched I've dropped a new YouTube video. Come and watch it. It doesn't really make that much difference. I do pin it on my community posts. It's not for my video to do any better. It's just so people know the video is there, because sometimes YouTube can take a couple of days to actually tell your subscribers that you've got a new video. Okay. Right. Step 7. This should have its own live, and maybe I will do its own live. Your analytics. Of all the social media platforms, I've marketed on all of them. Obviously, you know that I like some more than others, but like of all the ones, Pinterest included, YouTube analytics is like analytics on steroids. YouTube tells you how many people, like what percentage of people watched, exactly what minute they dropped off, when they stopped being engaged, how many people it showed the video to that chose not to watch it. I can even see in my YouTube analytics what other videos you guys watch. I can see it tells me your audience or your subscribers also watch this video. They also watch that video. And then what does that do for me? Oh, great. I go and do more research on those videos. Okay. It needs its own live. I can't possibly do it justice. But the YouTube analytics, crazy amount of data. Probably a little bit too much, maybe when you're starting out, but don't be off-putted. Yes. Don't be off-putted by it, okay? Because there's just so much in there. And one thing that I'm going to end on now is like, a lot of people are not talking about this, and I don't know why, because it's like super, super, like, to me, exciting. YouTube is, okay, let me reframe this. And this is a real fact, not making this up. More people watch YouTube on their TV than Netflix. All 37 of you that are still on this live, let that sink in. More people watch YouTube on their TV than Netflix. Okay? You're thinking, why do I care about that, Rochelle? Why do I care? You need to optimize your videos for TV. A lot of creators aren't doing this. They're not doing this at all. So I haven't really been doing it, but I'm going to start, because I was looking in my analytics and I was like, okay. So things like having QR codes on your videos so that people can scan and actually buy your digital product from your video. People can scan and actually download your lead magnet from your video. Like, those are the kind of things that not enough people are doing. But the opportunity is there. YouTube is giving us the data. It's telling me that 40% of my audience recently are watching me on TV. And I'm like, God, why am I on TV? Oh, YouTube making me famous. But anyway, that's just me being silly. But like, come on, put your QR codes on your screen. Big one. Big one. Nobody's doing this yet. This is such an opportunity. I'm about to start doing it. But just think about it. If people are watching the video on their TV and you're saying, oh, my lead magnet is in the description box. I even said it today. My school community is in the description box. They're not going to do that on TV. So make sure you're optimizing. Make sure you're giving people, no matter what device they're watching on, an opportunity to buy your digital product. Okay. Ultimately, if you follow all the 7 steps that I've given you today, you're going to create amazing YouTube videos. If you create amazing YouTube videos that tap into the pain points of your audience, that provide value, that give them an opportunity to create a relationship and trust you, you are going to make sales. All my content recently in the last 3 months, it's either 3 months or 3 weeks. People watching it on TV. I know it's a lot. It's a lot more than I thought. But that's the beauty of YouTube analytics. For a long time, I was sleeping on analytics, but that's the type of insight it can give you. Now, these are my videos. Other people's videos might be different. Okay. Anything else? We've run over time, but that is okay. I've given you guys the full 7-step process. Like I say, if you want all of my notes, if you want my coaching, you want me to be reviewing your YouTube videos, helping you with your hooks, helping you with your video ideas, you can jump into my school community, my coaching community. Would love to have you there. Otherwise, I want you to all have a great day. And I also want you to let me know. You can comment on any one of my videos or any one of my posts. Let me know what you want the next live to be. It probably won't be until late next week, probably like Thursday or something. Anyway, I'm going to confirm. But let me know, like, what do you guys want me to teach you in these lives? Like, what else do you want to see in these lives? Oh, sorry, I didn't answer this question. So, faceless YouTube channels. My opinion on this has shifted in the last few months, okay? Because I have a video about faceless generally on my channel, and I'm talking about the fact that it is so much harder to establish trust with a faceless channel because people will probably absorb your advice, but that connection and that trust, it's not impossible, but it takes longer to establish. So that Google stat that I gave you, which nobody checked me on, so probably nobody Googled, but there's a certain amount of content minutes. I don't know what it is right now off by heart. Somebody's telling me it's 140 that people need to watch before they actually take notice of your offer, take notice of your product, trust you enough to buy from you. I don't know how that varies for faceless. It cannot be the same. It has to be longer. And so my advice always for faceless YouTube channels is that you would just need to really double down on the value. Okay. Double down on the value that you're delivering. And so you would do things like screen shares. But my opinion on it has started to change because now AI avatars are so commonplace, AI twins, AI avatars. And I've seen completely faceless channels blow up. So it really depends on your niche. What I would look for, going back to my first point, and it's kind of true across everything, go and do some research on other faceless channels, either in your niche or in a similar niche. Take note of the type of content they're creating. Take note of the size of their channels. Are they growing? And then model your content off them because it's obviously very possible to do. I just think that you just need to be prepared for a slightly longer trajectory on growing your channel because what you find is a lot of faceless channels, they're not monetizing through digital products. They're monetizing through YouTube AdSense. So they're just getting paid for views, which you would still do. Like I still get paid for views, but like the money that you'd make through AdSense is literally nothing compared to the money that you make through digital products, through coaching, through selling your communities, whatever you're doing. Okay. And so I don't want you to just rely on ad spend. I feel like those faceless channels, they just post viral videos that just get views, but they're not actual businesses and they're not actual brands. So that's just my 2 cents on faceless channels. I'm shy, but I need to get over it. I mean, do what's comfortable for you. Maybe you want to do a hybrid. A hybrid is good. When I do videos where I'm screen sharing and my face is like little in the corner, maybe you want to do something like that. It creates a bit of connection, but your face doesn't have to be like huge. Or you can do AI avatars. People are doing this. It's working really well. YouTube will flag your content. YouTube will flag your content as AI generated, but right now there is no evidence that it's negatively affecting your views, especially if you use your own voice. That would be my hack. If you're not going to show your face and you want to use a brand twin, and I've got a video showing you how to create your own faceless brand twin, try to use your own voice. It really makes a difference. Can you teach mindset? What do you want to know about mindset? I have a video on mindset on my channel. It's one of the videos that I accidentally uploaded without editing, so you can see what it looks like behind the scenes, and talk about the 6 mindset shifts that I had to make to actually make my first 100K with digital products. The one big mindset shift that we're all struggling with, all of us, some more than others, is actually believing that we can make money online. Like, a lot of people are like watching these videos, buying courses, doing the steps, but they don't actually believe it. They don't actually believe that they're capable of making money online or having their own business or becoming having a successful YouTuber, having a successful YouTube channel. Sorry. Like, a lot of people are suffering with incredible amounts of self-doubt and incredible amounts of imposter syndrome. And so I still suffer from it as well. That's why I've taken so long to talk about YouTube, because I've just felt like, oh, no one wants to learn about YouTube from you. But it's these kind of negative thoughts that they cap us. They cap us. It's almost like we can't break through to the next level because our psyche is telling us, like, you don't deserve that. No one's going to buy your product. You don't have what it takes. And the thing is, most people that are successful online isn't because they're super smart, isn't because they figured out this one thing that nobody else figured out. It isn't because how much money they spend on courses. Usually it's the one thing that separates the people that are successful than not is the people that are consistent. I know you don't want to hear that. No one wants to hear that because everyone says it, but like, it's the people that got up this morning, that didn't want to work on their business, that didn't want to post their content, and they did it anyway. It's the people that when they tried it the first time and it didn't go exactly as they planned, or they didn't make sales for their first launch, instead of giving up, they just kept trying. And maybe it took them 3 or 4 times, but they kept going. They didn't let failure be a reason for them to stop. And so for me, it's like, well, like, I can't really be a failure if I don't give up. Like, if I just keep going, I can't fail if I just keep going. Like, it's just a learning experience. And the one thing I keep saying I'm going to end on, but I'm going to end on this. A lot of people be like, oh, I've tried these videos, I've tried these courses, I've tried this, I've tried that, I've tried A, B, C, D before, and it hasn't worked. And I'm like, you mean it hasn't worked yet? It's not that it hasn't worked, it's that it hasn't worked yet. It didn't work on your first try. It doesn't mean it's not going to work. That's what I would say about mindset. You're welcome. All right, guys. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, Juju, is the end of the live, darling. We are finished. Thank you guys for chilling with me today. The replay will be available. Let me know what you want to see in the next live anywhere on my YouTube. I see all the comments. I can't reply to every single one of them, but I see every single comment. So just let me know. Okay, take care. Love you guys. Bye.